as he gets set now. Skelton wants to throw, looking out for, and once again, the catch is made. Touchdown, Zebras. I thought we were going to have interference on that call as David Beasley went up and brought in that pass.
Yeah, David Beasley, just an outstanding high school wide receiver and defensive back, committed to Louisiana Tech. He's 6'2", 190, and
he's got some growing to do.
He does. I mean, they just threw the ball up for a jump ball situation, and he just had the advantage and brings in the catch in a downpour as well.
All right. So it is now 20. We look for the point after attempt. The kick is up. And once again, he is good with 5 minutes still to go in the first half. Our score. It's now Pine Bluff 21, El Dorado 7. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98.7.
Special, fierce, fast, small, a great athlete. Sweet,
quiet,
big, smart,
hungry, handsome,
cute, special. Raspberries.
Steak and mashed potatoes, a whole pizza,
Chicken spaghetti.
zebra cakes,
Grilled cheese.
zebra cakes,
Crawfish.
some more hamburgers.
Go Cats.
Go Cats!
Whole package. The Zebras have the whole package. They can do it all for you. That current drive, do we have that where we had? It's gone for right now, but it was quite a drive. A lot of running plays, but then we had the one pass play for the touchdown that put them in there. Right. And makes it 21-7 at this point.
Yeah, they started at the El Dorado 45-yard line. They had an excellent field position, on the special teams play on the punt return, and they just put together a series of running plays and then ended with that pass play over the top.
El Dorado lets the ball go into the end zone. They will take over first down 10 at the 20-yard line, as once again they get an opportunity to try to get something going on. 6 down under. He's back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, wants to throw, lays it out there, and overthrows his intended receiver as Blake Cunningham was on the move down the left side of the field, but just out of his reach. Couldn't get to it. You like to see that, though, JD, a quarterback put the ball up there, put some air under it, and give the receiver the opportunity to get to it.
Right.
That one just a little too far.
Yeah, I mean, he put some air on it and was trying to let his man, run to it, but he had a little bit too much mustard on it, and he throw into the driving down rain that's coming down. It was a pretty tough situation.
2nd down, 10, still at the 20-yard line. Wideouts right and left, and then the handoff, it goes right up. Nope, a keeper by the quarterback after he faked to the tailback. John moves it straight ahead, and he goes across the 20-yard line up to the 23. 3rd and a long 7 coming up. Oh, once again, here's another one of those big plays. You want to keep this drive alive. You want to keep it out of the hands of the Zebras. Early in the ball game, let's see if we can get something done. Again, on the handoff, fake it, quarterback trying to keep it, but he's going to be brought down for a loss as he is swarmed by the Zebras back inside the 20-yard line.
That was Big John Tate coming from his defensive end position for Pine Bluff to make the sack on John Sixby.
Oh, John is something else. He's called his name several times this evening.
He's just a great athlete. Not only a great football player, but he's a really good high school basketball player as well.
Punting situation, the kick up. Ooh, a nice one. This one turns over. Fumble, and it'll be picked up back deep around the 20-yard line. Once again, coming around the left side, looking for some running room as we move forward.
Unbelievable play by Pine Bluff. They fumble the punt. It goes all the way back to around the Wildcat 25-yard line. Another Pine Bluff return man picks it up and takes it off. Pete Beasley takes off for probably another 25-yard punt return.
Well, that's what we were talking about, the importance of staying in your lane. Wildcats, though, are really going to have to bow their neck right now because they are getting backed up against the wall. This juggernaut from Pine Bluff has been moving the ball at will, it seems, since midway point of the first period.
Actually, he returned it 35 yards on the punt return, and Big John Tate thought he was going to lay a good lick on our punter, Caleb Dull, and he roughed him up a little bit, and they threw the flag, so the Wildcats are going to benefit from an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for 15 yards, which is really going to help us.
That moves the ball back. Well, they're going to bring it all the way back. Yeah, it's going to be into Zebra territory, spotted at the 36-yard line. So from that point, the Zebras once again go on the attack. They'll move their guys. Beasley coming to the near side. Here we go with a handoff. Romar Reed. Romar going off left tackle. He'll pop it over across the 35, be brought down somewhere around the 40. Just across, perhaps, are they going to spot him inside? I think just across the 40. Gain is going to be for about 4 seconds and a long 6 coming up. 2nd and 6. We again come up, same set. 6 being the shotgun. They get the ball, or that is going to be Skelton in the shotgun, and he hands off once again Wainwright this time, and he pops it up over the 41. So we are looking at a 3rd down. Now about 5. With that 3rd down play, we come back up to the line of scrimmage. They once again get in the same set. Got a flanker in the inside, keeper by Skelton. He spins away at the line of scrimmage, but he can't get away from that second guy. Ball's on the ground. Wildcats pick it up. I believe Wildcats did get it.
Blake Tucker with the recovery for the Wildcats.
So the Wildcats come up with a big defensive play when they needed it, and they've got the ball deep in the Zebra territory.
Just the kind of break we need now. We need to capitalize on this opportunity that the Cats have at the Pine Bluff 33-yard line.
Big opportunity. Like you say, we need to take advantage of it. Cats coming out. Big Josh Thompson, center, over the ball. He's going to have lots of help out there. 6B down under. Moves back, wants to throw, swings it out here, incomplete.
Wildcats were trying to run a little pick play on the left-hand side over there. They really couldn't. They didn't execute it that well, and therefore it's an incomplete pass.
It was just one of those situations where it's pretty well covered. David Beasley, once again, is the guy that came in there, was going to break it up.
Right. He's just a tremendous athlete at 6'2", 6'3", whatever he is, and 190 pounds, and he's going against some smaller receivers from El Dorado, and he just really kind of had us outmatched.
2 wide out to the near side. We drop back. Handoff. Kwan Love is straight ahead. He's to the 30. That's all.
Pine Bluff really doing a good job of keying on Kwan Love. They're really winning the battle in the trenches right now. We've got to do a better job of opening up a few lanes for Kwan to run the football.
So far, it's like you say, they have been kind of keying on him. He is the lone man in the backfield right now. And we roll back, want to throw. Again, coming out to the left side. Flag comes down. It ought to be, because there's got to be interference on the Pine Bluff defender, kind of pushing as the intended receiver had no chance to get the ball. It was Jameis Miller, who was on just a fly pattern down the left side.
Jeremy Thompson, the defensive back from Pine Bluff, he had his back turned to the Wildcats, and he was really face guarding our receiver on the play, and the officials made the right call to be a nice pickup and a first down for the Wildcats.
Well, he never looked for the ball for one thing, and he did push him just before the ball got there. So it's pretty obvious. Moves the ball down, and it will be spotted around the 21-yard line. We'll have it 1st and 10 at that point. 16-yard line. Right there at the 16. Get your glasses clean, Bobby. Coming around, here we go. The handoff again goes to Love. Back. He wants to throw a pass out there. Lays it out. Touchdown, El Dorado.
That's a great play.
Bam!
Kawan Love, a former quarterback who can throw the ball very well as a quarterback. He's just a tremendous football player, and he that's the kind of skill set he has. He pulls up and throws the halfback pass for the touchdown.
And it was beautifully thrown because it was just over the defender's head and the receiver up in the air to bring it in. Beautiful. So, 21-13, the extra point coming up. As we set them down, getting ready for the point after, waiting for the snap. Ball is down, kick is up, splits the upright. It is good, and we've got a brand new ball game as we approach the 1:20 mark. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go. It's now Zebras 21, Cats 14. You're listening to Rural American Country 98.7.
The promise will be here for people to access. It's a wonderful opportunity for people anywhere in our region to come and access it. If it's important to you that your children go to college, then we can provide that here. The offshoot is that we bring people to our community who think education's important. And those are the type of people we want. Those are the type of people we want here.
What a beautiful play that was, J.D.
It was outstanding. Just a good play call by Scott Reed to take advantage of his players' talents. Pine Bluff, a very good defensive team. They're keying on Kwan, so why not give the ball to Kwan and let him throw a pass? Because
there you go.
He can throw the football.
How about it, Barry? What did it look like from your end of the field?
Oh, that was a beautiful play. I actually thought they had Kwan, and then I just happened to look in the end zone when he raised his head, and I saw what he was doing. A good play call by Coach Reed.
Here we go, the kickoff coming up. It is a low squibber coming down, and it will be taken at the 21-yard line. Once again.
Just an outstanding play on the kickoff team by Rhett Connor. He comes down and grabs a hold to David Beasley.
Beasley's the man.
And I tell you what, he's not letting go. He wrapped him up.
It was a beautiful tackle. Like you say, he wrapped him up. Once he got his arms around him, that was it. Down he went.
Those were two.
And that's a tough man to tackle.
I'm telling you, but Rhett Connor is a tough guy for the Wildcats, and that's two tremendous athletes battling on that play.
Man, you love those kind of battles.
I tell you, both those guys run 4.4 in their 40-yard dashes. Both those players are just fun to watch.
All right, we got Cunningham moving out to the far side, picking up one of the receivers. The handoff goes to Romar. No keeper by Skelton. No, it's Romar. Romar did take it. He carried it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Very close to the first down yardage. Bob, depends on where they spot him.
You make a great point. You can't tell who has the football because Ladarius Skelton is getting such a good fake, a good mesh point between he and Romar Reeds.
He's back, wants to throw. A little swing pass out here to the near side. Beasley upended as he crosses the 40. Looks like first down yardage, but boy, what a nice tackle.
Pine Bluff running their own version of a kind of a pop pick route, if you will, trying to free David Beasley up for the big play.
That stung him a little bit, too. He got up a little limping a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, Barry. So we come back to action. First down 10 at the Zebra 41-yard line, 42-yard lines where they spot the ball. Two wide outs to the near side, couple to the far side. And again, the handoff goes to Romar Reeds, who turns the corner. I'm going to tell you what, they bring the folks, bring your defense back. The secondary is no one over there. That play has been good for about 5 to 6 yards every time they've run that sweep around the left side.
Right.
We got a flag over here.
Yeah, we have a flag with 29 seconds left in the half. And it's going to be illegal procedure against
They'll
Pine
bring
Bluff.
it back. And again, like I say, 29 seconds left to play in the first half of play.
Bob, I'm looking at number 4. He's still shaking up a little bit. He's still trying to shake that off.
He's not been the great ball of fire that he had been earlier. I see him. It does look like that left leg is giving him a little problem.
Yeah, he's still trying to shake it off.
He may have a thigh bruise, guys. I saw a helmet hit him on the thigh.
All righty, we get back to action. It is going to be first down and about 15. Drops back, wants to throw. Skelton throws way out there, throwing for that little bitty guy, 5'2", and it is overthrown.
Yeah, that's Braylon Jones. As you say, Bob, he's 5'2", 155-pounder. He can really run.
You're right. 155 pounds, 5'2". You talk about compact. That's a little bowling ball that rolls down the field.
He is, and you can tell he's a strong young man for his size, and he can really run probably about a 4.4 guy if I had to guess.
So with 17 seconds, still second 15, ball on the ground. Skelton picks it up. Look out. He's got running room. He's across midfield, comes down to the outside, breaks the tackle as he gets down inside the 45 to the 44, maybe the 43 where they're going to spot him.
That was a great open field tackle by Destin Miller for the Wildcats, coming up from his cornerback position, a touchdown saving tackle.
At that point, once again, as the center centered the ball back to him, he couldn't hold on to it out of the shotgun. Picked it up, though, after fumbling. He picked it back up, made a couple of moves in the backfield, and then as he went up the middle, cut to the right, juked around. Man, the guy, like you said, he is an athlete.
Kind of reminds you of Eric Mitchell from Pine Bluff many years ago. I think that was probably in the early 80s, and this young man is probably the best athlete I've seen at quarterback there.
And if you look at college, you might think of Matt Jones.
That's right. Matt Jones was unbelievable.
So many of them. The guys that can make something out of nothing, and this guy is unbelievable. What a great quarterback he is.
Got 5 seconds left before the half, and that was just a tremendous tackle by Destin Miller. Not only does he save a touchdown on that play, but he holds Pine Bluff out of field goal range. They've got the football at the El Dorado 43-yard line, and that's a little out of their field goal range.
So you got time for one play, and I'm looking for
they're going to throw
a pass into the end zone.
It's going to be a Hail Mary pass, and Ladarius Skelton has the arm to do it. You may want to look down low here, this single receiver as well.
Yeah, he's all by himself, but he's looking up the middle. Still looking for the guys to get down. Ladarius going to run it. Skelton all the way. Well, he does bring it inside the 40-yard line as time runs out.
You got to wonder what he was thinking. I mean, why not throw the ball in the end zone?
That's right.
Throw it to the end zone. Give yourself a chance, right? But we'll take it, I promise you, because he runs out of bounds. That's the last play of the half.
It was a good deal for us. So that's it, and it's the end of the first half of play. After one half of play here at Memorial Stadium, our score, Pine Bluff Zebras 21, the El Dorado Wildcats 14. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98.7.
KLBQ El Dorado.
Deltic Timber Corporation is proud to support the Wildcats. We're also proud to call El Dorado home. Our downtown El Dorado headquarters houses the local professionals who manage the company's diverse assets, including timberland, wood-based manufacturing, and the development of commercial and residential real estate. Wildcat athletics add value to the quality of life we all enjoy here, just as Deltic adds value to our growing economy. Go Wildcats!
I don't want you to wake anyone. I love being the first person at El Dorado Custom Carpets when they open in the morning. Shh! Being at El Dorado Custom Carpets early in the morning helps me figure out how they can redo my shower with new tile. And I had this dream about a new backsplash in the kitchen I want them to create for me. They can create custom tile works for you, too. Shh! But don't get there before I do. See you at El Dorado Custom Carpets since 1978, 1601 East Main Street in El Dorado.
Only in the South is Game Day, more celebrated than any other event. This season, score big for your tailgating party at Expressway Exxon in El Dorado at 19th and Northwest and Expressway Mobile on East Main and the 167 Bypass. Get all you need to set up temporary camp at Memorial Stadium to watch the El Dorado Wildcats win big this season. Subway sandwiches, ice, all the snacks and drinks you need. Reliable, trusted, clean, convenient. Expressway Exxon and Expressway Mobile.
It's all about the bottom line at Performance Chevrolet, where price sells cars. Save $11,000 on a new Chevy Silverado Z71 4-wheel drive. Performance priced only $34,680. $34,680 plus get our exclusive warranty forever at no extra charge. Hurry into Performance Chevrolet on the affordable side of the Golden Triangle, California Avenue Southwest, Camden, and online at gm-performance.com. Find new roads at Performance Chevrolet. Stock number 10687, MSRP 45,680. Rates and incentives including plus tax tag and title. See deal for details.
Remember when good service was what you expected? We remember. We're Norris Mechanical Shop. In fact, we got our start in the plumbing, heating, and cooling business more than 65 years ago. Our approach is the same now as it was then. Listen first, tell the whole truth, fix it right the first time, and charge fairly. That's what your grandparents expected from us, and it's what you can expect from us today. Norris Mechanical Shop, since 1945, thanking you daily for your business.
Ken's Discount True Value is your one-stop shop where you get items you need this hunting season. We have a variety of on-time deer feeders in stock, as well as deer corn, rice bran, peanut butter bran, and apple-flavored corn. A brand new selection of Carhartt fall and winter clothing, as well as Drake waterfowl apparel. Keep feet warm with a great selection of muck boots and lacrosse boots and waders. Check out the brand new line of banded gear, waterfowl apparel, and breathable waders. And the largest selection of Yeti, Pelican, and K2 coolers. Whatever it is, work or play, we've got it at Ken's Discount True Value, El Dorado.
Glad to have you back with us, Bob Parks, along with John David Tuberville, Bill Evans, who's keeping up with all the stats, and our man roaming the sidelines, that wonderful wide receiver from days of yore, Barry Dobson. JD, what a great first half.
Outstanding first half, Bob. Just kind of what we thought it would be.
Yeah.
Cats have done something that other teams haven't been able to do, and that's put some points on the board against these Zebras. And I tell you, we had a great first half. In the first half, Pine Bluff took the opening kickoff, and the Wildcats do just an outstanding job against Pine Bluff on their first two possessions of the game. The Cats forced Pine Bluff to punt the football, and you don't see that very often from Pine Bluff, and that's a great effort for the Cats. The Cats their first possession, they started at the Pine Bluff 45-yard line as a result of some of the great defense we played on the first drive. Pine Bluff had it, and the Cats score. They lose 1 yard on the first play. Then the second play from scrimmage, it's a 46-yard touchdown pass from John Sixby to Rhett Connor at the 8-minute 48 mark of the first quarter. That made our score El Dorado 7, Pine Bluff nothing. But then a kind of a drought hits for the Cats. Drives 2, 3, 4, and 5. The Wildcats are forced to punt the football away, and then the tsunami kind of hits. Pine Bluff really goes to work in the second. Well, at the end of the first quarter, their third drive of the game, Pine Bluff gets the football at the Pine Bluff 14-yard line, and Ladarius Skelton just goes to work on this drive, folks. He has one run on the drive for 44 yards, and then he breaks a 30-yard touchdown run off the read option. Just really has done a good job here in the first half. That's a 30-yard TD run by Ladarius Skelton at the 1 minute 54-second mark of the first quarter. That made the score El Dorado 7, Pine Bluff 7. Again, Pine Bluff on their fourth possession. They start at the El Dorado 13-yard line off a 56-yard punt return. And those big plays are just killing us at times in the first half. But Pine Bluff ends up scoring on a 6-yard TD run by Ladarius Skelton once again at the 8-minute 51 mark of the second quarter. That made our score Pine Bluff 14, El Dorado 7. Again, Pine Bluff on their fifth drive. They start at the El Dorado 45-yard line. Again, they have great field position because their defense is really doing a good job here. They score on a 14-yard TD by Skelton to David Beasley, a touchdown pass, at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. That made our score Pine Bluff 21, El Dorado 7. Pine Bluff's sixth drive of the ball game. They start at the Pine Bluff 36-yard line, and a few plays into that drive, they fumbled it away. The Wildcats recovered it at the Pine Bluff 33-yard line. They're in business, and the Wildcats take advantage of the situation beautifully. And that drive ends in a 16-yard halfback pass from Kawan Love to Demetri Miller-Callaway at the minute 20 mark of the second quarter. And that's where we kind of ended. Pine Bluff did get the football back, but the clock ran out, and that's where we are at the half. It's El Dorado 14, Pine Bluff 21, just a barn burner of a football game.
And the good news, too, El Dorado gets the ball as we start the second half.
That's right, and that is huge. We saw it last week with Lake Hamilton. They really took advantage of the football when they got it in the third quarter. If El Dorado could come out, drive it down the field on Pine Bluff, get the score tied up, we got a whole new ball game.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to seeing what happens. The rain is continuing to fall. That has not, I don't think, hampered El Dorado. We have seen about 2 or 3 different slips on the zebra side of the ball. So we still think that maybe it is, in fact, a plus as far as El Dorado is concerned. And now I think I know why Coach Reed says, bring it on. We want the rain.
Right. I mean, there's no doubt about the rain is hampered, both teams at times in a football game. But I think El Dorado has probably done pretty well, in their own right with the weather conditions. But we've got to figure out a way to run the football a little bit better here in the second half. Kawan Love has been held to, I think, what does he have here rushing?
Kawan is down 22 yards on 12 carries. His longest has been 8 yards tonight. That's it. So he's only averaging just slightly less than 2 yards a carry.
Right.
But
I mean,
the thing of it is, though, he's basically been our running attack. The times that Sixby has ran the ball, basically he's just scrambling, trying to get out of trouble.
Right. We've had, hadn't been able to get that running game going here in the first half. El Dorado has 22 yards on 14 carries, and we've just got to do a better job. Pine Bluff's got 168 yards on 28 carries. Ladarius Skelton really having his way on the ground. He's got 137 yards here in the first half, so we've got to find an answer for him. And these in the special teams play, they had a huge punt return. So they're just loaded with tremendous athletes, and we've got to come up with an answer, and I think we can. But I'm sure at the half it'll be interesting to see when Barry talks to Coach Reed after he comes out from the half. He's going to make some adjustments at the half.
We'll be looking forward to hearing what he has to say, and that's coming up a little bit later on halftime. Right now, we'll remind you of our score. Zebras 21, the Cats 14. It's Wildcat football on Real American Country 98.7.
Clean Harbors is the leading provider of environmental, energy, and industrial services throughout North America. Currently, Clean Harbors in El Dorado is seeking a warehouse supervisor, 4 facility techs, and an operations supervisor. Clean Harbors offers a competitive salary and progressive benefits, including health, dental, life insurance, 401k, and more. Clean Harbors offers a drug-free working environment and requires a pre-employment drug screening. Please apply online at Clean Harbors.
What kind of cake will they serve at your retirement party? Chocolate? Red velvet? Or how about something exotic, like a French petit gâteau? Well, go ahead and call the bakery, because whether you plan to retire in 15 years or 50, a State Farm agent can help you take charge of your retirement and help make it seem like, well, a piece of cake.
Call State Farm agent Jason Hardy in El Dorado at 863-8278.
Neither State Farm nor its agents provide tax, legal, or investment advice. Consult your own advisor regarding your particular circumstances.
It's football time, and El Dorado Chemical wants to wish the El Dorado Wildcats the best of luck for another winning season. As football players don their pads, an army of band members, cheerleaders, and parent volunteers add that touch of magic that makes football season so special. El Dorado Chemical knows it takes a lot of people to pull off a football season that produces high school memories students will never forget. Good luck from El Dorado Chemical, dedicated to making our community better.
Blackman's Furniture and Appliances has you all set for football season with a full line of recliners, including Marley recliners starting at $159, living room suits starting at just $488 for the pair, and for you hunters, freezers starting at just $159. Remember, if you see it on the floor, it can be in your home tonight. That's Blackman's Furniture and Appliances, 1332 West Hillsboro, El Dorado. Dorado. Diversified Construction and Design of El Dorado has cultivated excellent relationships with businesses and residential customers in South Arkansas, specializing in industrial concrete work, excavation, metal building erection, municipal construction, and hauling gravel and dirt. Every time you admire the downtown sidewalks in El Dorado, think of Diversified Construction and Design, dedicated to the industrial growth of South Arkansas, and proud to sponsor our El Dorado Wildcats.
We've all heard the saying that there are only two things that one must do: pay taxes and die. Have you ever considered what will happen to your property when you die? Most people are unaware that the state of Arkansas has already written a last will and testament for them. For many, that may have unpleasant surprises for your loved ones. This is particularly true if you are remarried with children from a previous marriage. Don't allow the state to cause undue financial suffering for your family. Contact your family lawyer to discuss what the state has in store for you if you and your spouse do not write your own wills.
This message is brought to you by El Dorado attorney Gary McDonald. Visit his website at garymcdonald.net.
Let me bring you up to date on some of the scores in the 7A, 6A. First of all, a Thursday night ball game saw Texarkana down Parkview 35-14. Tonight at halftime, it is Bryan over Van Buren 24-0. Cabot leading Mountain Home 49-7. That's in the second quarter. It is Fayetteville shutting out Rogers Heritage at halftime, 31-0. And in the second period, Springdale Harbor 21, Southside, Fort Smith Southside, nothing. Again, halftime, Greenwood 28, Siloam Springs, nothing. Halftime again, Conway 14, Catholic 3. We've got North Little Rock leading Marion 14-0. Bentonville over Rogers 21-3 at the half. Alma trails Russellville 10-7. Jonesboro over Searcy 28-14 at half. And in the second period of play, it is all tied up between Springdale and Northside. And finally, halftime score, West Memphis, Little Rock Central 7-7. And right here, like we said before, it's El Dorado trailing Pine Bluff by 7, 21-14. John, that's where we are at the moment.
Yes, and we're looking for an exciting second half here. I'm sure the Wildcats are going to come out fired up. They're in striking distance here as we get ready to start the second half here in a few minutes. But anyway, in the first half, some stats of interest. El Dorado had 4 first downs. Pine Bluff had 11. Total yards for the Wildcats 84. Total yards for Pine Bluff 185. Through the air, the Wildcats were 2 of 6. No touchdowns. And in the first half, and Pine Bluff was 2 of 3 2 touchdowns through the air for the Cats, 1 touchdown through the air for Pine Bluff. El Dorado had 62 yards passing in the first half. Pine Bluff had 17 yards passing in the first half. El Dorado was 14 of 22, 14 rushes for 22 yards in the first half. Pine Bluff rushed the ball 28 times for 168 yards. 1 turnover in the first half, and that was Pine Bluff. They lost their fumble. That was a big, huge play, gave El Dorado new life here in the second quarter, led to their second score of the ball game. Penalties, the Wildcats have only been penalized 1 time tonight for 5 yards. That is huge for the Cats. Pine Bluff has been penalized 3 times for 35 yards, third down conversions. Wildcats are 1 of 5. Pine Bluff is 3 of 7 on third down conversions. And the average drive, Wildcats are starting at their own 36-yard line, and Pine Bluff starting around their 37-yard line. Time of possession, the Wildcats had it 11 minutes, 5 seconds, and Pine Bluff had the ball 12 minutes and 55 seconds. So,
pretty close.
Pretty close to the first half. The thing that jumps off the page at you is our rushing. We got
absolutely
22 yards on 14 carries. That's definitely something we've got to do better in the second half. We've got to keep the Pine Bluff Zebra offense off the field because they have so many weapons.
We look to the rain. It does not look like it's going to let up. We've got it probably set in for the night now. And that's not a big factor. I think it has been a small factor so far in the ball game, though.
Right, it has. And I think, as an El Dorado fan, I think, it's going to be a plus for El Dorado to have bad weather in this football game because Pine Bluff has such speed on the field and wet conditions. handling of the football, and it's going to make it a tougher track here tonight. The players that have the speed are not going to be able to use it as much. They can use it. I'm not saying they can't, but it definitely plays into the ball handling on the field, and it makes it a lot tougher.
The traction is not as sure as it would be on a dry field.
That's exactly right. And, just throwing the football, taking the handoffs, catching punts, kickoffs, there should be more turnovers. I'm really surprised that we haven't seen more turnovers in the first half.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, too, I think one of the things I'm really proud of watching the officiating crew, they have the towels out there, they're keeping under their shirt, keeping it dry, and they're wiping off that ball between every play.
Right, and that's important. I'll tell you, a wet
Being a
ball,
quarterback, you would know that.
I'm telling you, years ago when the field wasn't in this great of condition, it was really a factor.
Yeah.
It was like trying to hang on to a greased pig in a lot of ways. And if you ever held on to a greased pig, us old folks have, the young folks listening to us have no idea what I'm talking about.
They've never been to the rodeo where you get out there and you chase the greased pig and try to tackle it.
You got to be from Union County to have experienced that.
And go to the old Union Rodeo.
It kind of goes back, Jeff Foxwell, you might be a redneck if.
and I think both of us can say, all right, yes, amen, we were there.
Exactly. But it's really hard to hang on the football in wet conditions. And, I think if we can get that running game going and come up with some lengthy drives here in the second half to control the clock, keep Pine Bluff's offense off the field, we've got a chance to win.
I think the other thing that has to be done somehow is not let the Zebras key on Kawan.
Right.
They're waiting. When they line up, you pretty well see they are just keying on him.
Right. Pine Bluff plays, tremendous, fundamentally sound defense. They're playing a 4-3.
4-3, yeah.
And, they're staying in their lanes, and each of their players are just strong athletes, and they're holding their ground, and they're coming off their blocks and making the tackle. And in a lot of the cases, they've been winning the battle in the trenches. So our offensive line is going to have to fire off the ball a little better here in the second half. And, it's evident we're having trouble because we have a ball carrier that's averaging 8.1 yards a carry this season in Kawan Love, and tonight he's averaging 1.8 yards a carry. So the numbers are flip-flop.
Just a little under 2. So that's where we are at this point. And, again, we'll remind you our score, halftime, it's the Zebras leading the Cats 21-14, and you are listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98.7.
Ready to go mobile? Let's go. There's a reason they call it the human race. You're on the move all the time, and Simmons Bank is right there with you. With Simmons Bank Mobile Banking, you can access your account balance, pay bills, transfer funds, and find nearby ATMs. Simmons Bank is on a mission to give you the power to bank how you want, when you want. When you're ready to go with us. To learn more about Simmons Bank Mobile Banking, visit SimmonsFirst.com or stop by any nearby and neighborly Simmons Bank location. Simmons Bank. Let's go. Simmons Bank. Member FDIC.
When it comes to buying a new car, most all dealers take care of the major things. But at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden, we take care of the little things too. This is Chrissy Bassetti, Finance Manager, and it's those little things we do that make all the difference. Like coming out to your house and programming your garage door. Like providing you with a loaner whenever you have to leave your car for service. And there's lots of other things we do too. Come see why we say at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden, the dealer is the difference. We're at 790 California Avenue, and I have your new car waiting.
Max Tree Service is a family-owned business with 3 generations of experience. Licensed in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, Max Tree Service proudly supports our El Dorado Wildcats and recognizes with gratitude the El Dorado Promise. They're a hometown business, and we can't go a day without seeing a truck in their fleet out helping customers. Tree and stump removal, gravel and topsoil, construction, and keeping trees healthy. They work hard for residential customers and large commercial projects. Max Tree Service, El Dorado.
Union Kennel and Farm Supply in El Dorado has grown to become the place in South Arkansas for pet owners, farmers, and outdoor people. It's their favorite time of year with all the hunting gear and supplies you need right now, including deer corn, deer stands, and attractants. Union Kennel and Farm Supply has 23 different kinds of dog food, horse and cow feed, saddles, and riding equipment, gates and fencing too. Proud to once again sponsor the El Dorado Wildcats this season. Union Kennel and Farm Supply. They can't wait to see you on West Hillsboro Rainbow in El Dorado. When you or your family member needs immediate physical therapy or long-term care, consider the dedicated, loving caregivers at Courtyard Rehabilitation and Health Center in El Dorado. They quickly provide a detailed explanation of a treatment plan for patients, with the goal being to improve daily functions. The long-term facility at Courtyard Rehabilitation and Health Center is a loving, classic environment for your loved one. It's home. Respect and comfort come first. At Courtyard Rehabilitation and Health Center, call 875-1580.
Hi, this is John Lemke for Teague Chevrolet Toyota. Fall is our favorite time of the year. This time of the year, the manufacturers are helping us move out to 2015s to get ready for the new models. Right now, Chevrolet has rebates up to $6,000 or 0% financing for 60 months on most models. Toyota has 0% financing for up to 72 months on most models. What better way to buy a car than with free money? Stop by and check us out at 1830 West Hillsboro or check us out online at teaguautogroup.com.
Teams are coming back out on the field right now. We've got Barry Dobson down there getting ready to talk with Coach Reed.
Coach, our first half, although behind a touchdown, excellent first half.
You bet. Proud of the Cats. It was a great first half because, this team hadn't been in a ball game. They hadn't given up a point in conference play. So I'm really proud of our kids. We didn't come to play a half. I hope we got enough to fight them for 4 quarters, and if it comes down to the last few minutes, I'll be the happiest guy here. I promise you, because I think our kids will find a way. That's what we talked to them at halftime about. They're excited. We did some good things to get back in the ball game. We've done a good job of taking care of the ball. We've made a couple of plays, and that's what it's going to take because they're awfully good, but we were awfully good in the first half, and that needs to continue.
And Coach, I see that you're keeping the team poised. They didn't wasn't like they're hurrying. They just taking the time and doing what you.
We're not. No, we're going to play at our pace. And the one thing we talked about at the half was, and guys are excited, but we're halfway and we're in the ball game. That's what we wanted. So we're in a battle. We just need to keep playing hard, and hopefully it'll go our way.
Let's take care of second half, Coach. Thank you. All right, Bob, John.
Thank you, very good. And I like what Coach said. It's still a half to go. We don't want to get too up or too down. We just want to play at our pace. Let's keep an even temperament, and let's just keep that resolve going. We can compete with these Zebras.
You can tell Coach Reed's very pleased, and as he should be. I mean, hey, no turnovers, 1 penalty for 5 yards, and we've got 14 points. We're only 7 down. We get the football here. We score. Hey, it's on. I mean, we can do some really good things here. It's, a new ball game right now.
It's as we are getting set to. They're dropping back, and we're going to have Miller going to the far side of the field. And let's see. Who is that? Is that
Rhett Connor on the other side?
Brett Conn? Okay. Wasn't sure. I could not make out that number over there. Here we go. The kickoff coming down, moving right straight up the field.
Rhett Connor with a nice return for the Cats out to the 21-yard line.
At the 21, we're going to be looking at a first down 10 for El Dorado. Their own 21 as the second half just underway. And once again, as they come up, you got Blake Cunningham, who is split wide to the near side. As we have the shotgun, 6-speed, takes the shotgun, drops back, wants to throw. The rush is on. He can't go. He's going to fight his way, get back up to about the 20-yard line, but that's going to be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be a second down, 11 coming up. Wanted to throw, but, man, good. That sack was due to downfield coverage.
Pine Bluff again in the 4-3. They're playing man coverage in their defensive backfield. They got tremendous cornerbacks and safeties, and they're able to play man-to-man against you. Whenever they do that, that frees up some people to run those blitzes, and they got us on that play.
Once again, we come out to the line of scrimmage, and here's the shotgun again. Handoff to Love. Love drives straight ahead. Good hard run that time for short yardage, but It is plus yardage as he moves the ball all the way up to the 23. And third down coming up, a long 8.
Again, Pine Bluff with all the confidence in the world in their defensive backs. Their free safety, he becomes much like a linebacker whenever they get in that man coverage. He roams free. He's reading the quarterback, looking for the ball carrier, and he's just running straight up the field very aggressively, leaving the middle of the field wide open.
That's Burhoff, who is checked in as one of the wideouts, and we will spread them out again. 3 to the near side, shoots over the middle, and incomplete as he's trying to get the ball to Dimitri Miller-Callaway, and just off his outstretched hands. Could not get to it.
Jaquavis Russell, the defensive end from Pine Bluff, really hit John Sixby on the play. John standing in the pocket, very tough on his part, and he delivered the ball downfield. And you have to hand it to John for standing in there.
Yeah, he tried. Good pass, it just a little bit out of the reach. And now, ball's on the ground. Kick, though, he does get it away. Wow, and that could have been problems, but, a good roll as it goes all the way down to the Zebra 31-yard line. Fumbled the snap, could not get the handle on the ball, picked it up, and I'm going to tell you what, the Zebra's closing in on him still. The punt got away. So it's going to be first down 10 for the Zebras. They'll have the ball at their own 31-yard line. Zebra offense coming up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Beasley coming to the near side. Well, once again, you got Reeves as the eye back. The handoff from quarterback. No, quarterback Skelton keeps it. I'm going to tell you what. Wildcat grabbed hold of him. Number 44.
Wildcat football.
And
he fumbled it.
He fumbled it, okay, but that was Lake Tucker who grabbed him by the jersey, and the jersey tore in his hand, and I guess that's when the fumble occurred. All I saw was that white piece of cloth hanging down from Tucker's hand.
I mean, what a play by Lake Tucker, the strongest man on the Wildcat football team. He bench presses over 400 pounds. He reaches out with those iron hands and rips the jersey. Tears the jersey of Ladarius Skelton. You just don't see that happen this day and age.
No, but he did. He pulled that thing and everything. I mean, he tore some jersey off. Wildcats can recover the fumble. They come back up with it. They've got the ball at the Zebra 32, and here we go. The handoff going to Love. No. Wants to throw. Pass play going out for Love. He's got it. Gets the reception. 6-yard line. Makes the turn and then brought down at the 4. Beautiful pass, and did you see how he just turned around and came back for the ball? Beautiful.
Not only can Juan Love play quarterback and running back, he can play receiver too. He's just a complete football player.
He's an athlete, man.
Hey, he had one-on-one coverage running the wheel route down the left side, and Sixby laid it right on the money.
Just beautiful, beautiful. And even at that, when he came back, turned around, got the ball, then swiveled around, picked up 2 more yards after being hit. Here we go. It is first and goal to go. Hand off. Right up the middle. Touchdown, El Dorado.
Mitchell Emmerich, 2 yards for the touchdown for the Cats. We got a new ball game.
That's a Lion Oil touchdown. Brand new ball game. 21-20, the point after coming up.
What a play. Everybody in the stadium thinking Kawan Love's going to get the football, and they hand it to the guy who does anything for his team he needs to do, Mitchell Emmerich. What a play for that young man.
Did a great job. Mitchell in there fullback, but he pops it right through. And I love the fact he went in standing up. Point after attempt. Coming up. Through the uprights, brand new ball game, folks. 9:32 left to go in the third period, and we've got a new one for you. It is Pine Bluff 21, El Dorado 21. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98.7.
It could.
Hitman.
G. Booby.
Tanner.
They call me Coach.
Theo.
No.
History.
Art. Math. English.
Math.
Lunch.
History. Math.
Math. History. Football.
Country.
Rap.
Rap.
I'm an old rock and roller.
Rap.
Country. Country.
Rap and hip hop.
Hip hop. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Wow. Still, I can't get over that touchdown. It was beautiful as that young man just, like you say, he'll do anything for the Cats. Here's the kickoff. Sending them way back at the 5-yard line up to the 10 to 15, come to the 20-yard line, snowed under by the purple shirts of the Wildcats and brought down at the 21-yard line.
Jonathan Hall, the senior, number 30, 5'7", 200 pounds, making a great tackle on special teams for the Wildcats.
Alden Rainwright was the guy who took it back at the 5-yard line, brought it back up to the 21. And like you say, snowed under. At that point, it is going to be first down 10. They come to the line of scrimmage, and once again, the wideouts right and left, flankers set to the left. The handoff goes to the tailback. He pops it around the right side. And I believe that was Reeves that's back in there now.
This is so exciting for the Wildcats. Pine Bluff not familiar with this territory. They haven't been challenged really all season, and this is their first test with adversity. And it could be at a better place, Memorial Stadium here in El Dorado.
You got that right. And here it is. That is second down, 8 to go, 22-yard line. Beasley coming to the near side. They've got Braylon Jones in the slot left. Wide out to the right. The handoff there again. It goes to Reeves. He's around Wainwright. He's all across the 25 to the 30-yard line. He's wrapped up there at the 30.
Alan Wainwright, you can tell he's their change of pace running back, and you can tell you don't want to give him very much room because he is just fast as it can be.
And a good open field tackle by Tarver McVeigh. He's the guy that came up there and just brought him down. Once again, they line up. One man in the backfield. You got Skelton down under. He drops back. Wants to throw. Now he keeps. Wants to run. No. He is stopped at the 30. Good defensive play.
Actually, Pine Bluff has changed their quarterback. That's number 88.
Was it?
Okay, I'm sorry. His uniform, they tore his uniform up.
Yeah, he got a different number,
okay,
88.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thrown off by the jersey change. It's not every day you see number 88 playing quarterback.
Well, it's probably the closest to one he had, or one that would fit him. And so we now look at a fourth down situation. They're looking at a yard to go, and they're going to go for it. Look out for a quarterback sneak. They're sitting down, keeper and he breaks the line of scrimmage and goes all the way across the 35. Only needed the 33, but he popped it up to about the 38. I think you're going to mark him right at the 38-yard line. First down, 10.
You can tell Coach Bobby Bolding's very nervous. He's riverboat gambling here early in the third quarter in his own end of the field.
He didn't want to give the ball back to the Cats. Here we go. Back again. Skelton wants to throw. The rush is on. He breaks away from that tackle. Throws a short pass. Dropped. Oh, he had his man, and he made a mistake. He hit him between the numbers.
Hey, that play was set up by a sophomore, Contravious Moore, coming from his defensive end position. He is quite an athlete, folks. Young Contravious Moore, he can really run, and he was running down Ladarius Skelton, probably the best quarterback in the state of Arkansas.
Terrific play.
It's going to be great watching that young man develop as a football player here for the Wildcats.
So once again, second down, 10 now. Handoff this time goes to Wainwright around the right side. He breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage, goes across the 40. He'll be brought down as he makes his way up to about the 43.
Rhett Connor and Ontario Jones making the tackle for the Wildcats.
Second down coming up, and 5, or make it a short 5. 6:33 to go. We've got a tie ball game here at Memorial Stadium, 21-21.
And a great opportunity for the Wildcat defense to come up with a very important stop in this ball game.
with that third down. Short 5, the fake the handoff, keeper by the quarterback, and there goes Skelton again, right up the middle. Man, he is fast.
Man, he gashes this for 18 yards on that running play. He just has a tremendous play fake mesh with the running back, and he's just running the read option and operating it to perfection.
He's so quick. When he hits that hole, he's gone.
Oh, he's tough.
They spot him at the 40-yard line. First down 10 for the Zebras at that point. This time he lines up in the shotgun, spreads his formation out, gives the handoff. It goes to his tailback. He's got short yardage, but up to about, well, it's going to be about 5 yards, so not too short. But again, Wainwright is just quickly gets the handoff and bam, is in the line.
Yeah, it's just very hard to defend this play when you got that many good athletes on the field.
Second down, 5. That's what they need to stop is that 5 yards on first down. Give them a little harder job in making first downs. Here we go. The fake the handoff. Keeper again by Skelton. He's trying to get outside. This time he's wrapped up. Pickup of a yard. That's it. And a great tackle coming your way that time. Number 28 for the Cats. Did a super job.
Also, Rhett Connor coming up, crashing from his strong safety position. And he's kind of getting up, jawing at Ladarius Skelton as he walks back to the huddle. That's awesome to see that type of competitiveness on the field.
Ontario Jones, though, he was the guy that got there initially, I think. There is timeout now on the field. Timeout called by
the official. The quarterback got something going on with it.
They're just fixing, I think, his chin strap, looks like.
Oh, he messed with his eye. I think maybe he got contact, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So he's going to come out of the ball game. 41 checking in. And let's see, 41. That's going to be Thompson Dowell.
Casey Higgins playing quarterback for Pine Bluff.
Casey Higgins. Okay, here we go. Higgins is in there. Gets the snap. Hands the ball off. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Stop. As again, Wainwright trying to go straight ahead.
Dalton Gasviner making the tackle for the Wildcats, busting through the line from his defensive tackle position to make the tackle.
Fourth down, 4 to go.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Our scores, El Dorado 21, Pine Bluff 21, as Pine Bluff takes a timeout.
This is Real American Country, 98.7.
Most of us are not prepared to plan and carry out a funeral ceremony.
The promise will be here for people to access. It's a wonderful opportunity for people anywhere in our region to come and access it. If it's important to you that your children go to college, then we can provide that here. The offshoot is that we bring people to our community who think education's important. And those are the type of people we want. Those are the type of people we want here.
Time has been called, and we are all tied up here at Memorial Stadium, 21-21. The Zebras coming back out on the field now, as once again on a 4th down 4 situation, the El Dorado defense.
This is a
getting ready.
Huge play right here coming. It could be a very pivotal play in this football game.
Once again, you got Ladarius Skelton back in there. Keeps the ball. He drives forward, has the first down, few yards beside. He was hit at about the 31, but he carried a couple of Cats with him all the way down to the 26.
Ladarius Skelton, he's 6'2", 210, and I tell you, he was really using his strength on that play, breaking tackles.
I think he's heavier than 210.
He may be. He's really strong, and it looks like he came up a little gimpy on the play.
Once again, yeah.
That left ankle looking like it may have been twisted a little bit on that play.
So he lines up shotgun. Hands off. This time it goes again to Wainwright, who is up the middle, off the right side, inside to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. Big pickup. That's going to be good for 8.
Well, the Wildcat defense got to continue to fight. Just keep him out of the end zone, force a field goal attempt or something like that. And who knows, he may end up missing or we may block it. Who knows?
It's always what you're looking for. hold them out of the end zone. But I got a feeling it's a pretty good red zone team. Once again, the Zebras is keeper by the quarterback once again. Oh, he is so quick when he hits the hole. That time he just took a delayed step, bounced it off to the right, goes off tackle, bam.
Right. Ladarius Skelton hadn't put the ball in the air too many times, and they've thrown 4 passes. He's completed 2 of them for 17 yards. So the air game, it hadn't been a factor for the Zebras, but Ladarius Skelton, unbelievable on the ground here tonight. He's got 174 yards rushing in the ball game.
And it's first down. 10. Hand off. There's Wainwright again. Look at him breaking tackles, bouncing inside the 10-yard line, fighting all his way down to the 4.
This drive started back at the Pine Bluff 21-yard line. They now have it at the El Dorado 4-yard line, as Bob just called it, with 2:50 left here in the third quarter.
So with 2:50 left to go, we come back to the line of scrimmage. And right now, the Zebras wasting no time. They've got a hurry-up offense going on in there. Put them in tight. Keeper by the quarterback, fighting hard. Bingo. He's in for the touchdown as he goes off right tackle once again. He's got that big man up front, Jordan O'Gwen, who is 6'2", 290. And right beside him, the center is English. He's 335. And then Rochelle, the other tackle, 280. So they're all right there. And, man, that's a lot of meat that's opening up the holes. They line up once again as if they're going for 2. Here's the shift as they drop back for the extra point. Waiting for the snap. The ball fumbled, picked up. They want to throw the ball, lay it out there, and it is complete. No good. Didn't hold on to it.
That's a tremendous break for the Wildcats, and that may come back to haunt the Zebras here pretty soon, and hopefully it will.
All right, that is with 2:33 left to go here in the third period of play at Memorial Stadium. Our score is Pine Bluff 27, El Dorado 21. This is all American, a real American country, 98.7.
The Lion Oil Company is proud to sponsor our El Dorado Wildcats.
Rise of the Empire.
Call of Duty. Grand Theft Auto 5.
FIFA.
Galaga.
Twitter.
Instagram.
Twitter.
iPhone.
Android.
iPhone. Go Cats.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
Go Cats.
You get ready. The Cats getting ready to take the ball once again. Approaching the ball. Here's the kickoff from the Zebras. High towering kick. Goes back into the end zone. Still can't find the handle. Now finally it is picked up for the Wildcats by Kawan Love. He had a hard time finding that ball. He just could not grasp it. Takes a knee, and the ball will come on out to the 20-yard line. First down, 10. El Dorado at that point. Once again, let's see what the Cats have up their sleeve as they get ready with still just a little less than 2.5 minutes to go in the period. They line up. Eye backfield, one wide out, set to the left side. Dropping back. Wants to throw, shoots the pass out here, complete, good for a first down, and then about a couple of more yards up to the 32-yard line.
Collier Norman on the reception for the Cats. He ran a nice out route, and John Sixby threw the ball on perfect timing for the first down.
It's you know what? He has thrown the ball very well under these conditions.
He really has, and Sixby is 3 of 8 in the ball game with 1 touchdown.
Again, same set this time. The wideout comes to the right and in motion the ends. But we're going to have somebody jumping offside for the Cats. A little anxious, wanting to get that first lick in. So motion penalty against El Dorado moves them back 5. And it is going to be 1st and 15 at about the 32, between the 31, 32-yard line. Play coming in. John Sixby, who's got the play, comes back out on the field, drops under center, has the eye backfield motion. Now here's the handoff going to Love. Love breaking the line of scrimmage. He's across the 40. He's the 45. He's to the 50 and brought down at the 47-yard line. Zebra turd. Wow, what a run.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 28 yards on the pickup for Kawan Love, and he just hurdled the man, hurdled the safety to even pick up more yards on the play.
It was terrific. I mean, he hit so hard. That was probably he hit the hole faster than I've seen him all night. A great run for him.
This drive started at the El Dorado 20-yard line. They have it at the Pine Bluff 48.
Moving out to the near side, Blake Cunningham is split wide to the near side. Sixby drops back, wants to throw, lays the pass out there, going for him, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Cunningham had coverage by Beasley all over him, but the pass was overthrown anyway.
Yeah, Blake Cunningham had a very tough assignment on that play, just going against a Division I defensive back, and you got to feel for that young man. Sixby doing all he could, but Pine Bluff just covering well on the play.
Right, you got a kid that is 5'11", and he's going against a pretty big old boy out there. Beasley is what? He's running it down at about 6'3". Handoff in the backfield. That's Love again. He's off and running. He's got second to run. He's to the 30, down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's going to be brought down at around the 2-yard line. Now, you talk about speed. Did you see him kick it into that extra gear?
46 yards on the run by Kawan Love. What a play. Woo! He is a football player. Power running at its best by Kawan Love, and he shows he's got some speed as well.
I'm going to tell you what, we're just looking across at the sidelines over there at the Zebras. They're saying, what happened?
Hey, we talk about the running game, and those are the type of runs. We saw two tremendous runs by Kawan Love on this drive.
So, 35 seconds still to go. 1st and goal to go from the 2-yard line. Hand off. There's Love again. He's hit the line of scrimmage, fights forward, dropped down at the 1. Just a little bit shy. Fighting hard, trying to get in. But once again, you know down here that's the guy they're keying on.
No doubt about it. Pine Bluff in their goal line defense, and they had every blitz play in the book on that one coming at them. They had all the gaps filled, and they were keying on Kawan Love as well.
Emmerich was trying to open up a hole for him there, but everything collapsed. That's the end of the 3rd period of play. After 3 here at Memorial Stadium, our score is the Zebras 27, the Cats 21, but threatening. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98 points.
State champ.
Great.
State champions.
Dynasty. Champions. Cornerback Nnamdi Asomugha.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady.
Big Ben. Tom Brady. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
The Jetsons.
Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Johnny Bravo. Garfield. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Go Cats!
Go Cats! Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Ford Trotter, and I want to tell you a little bit about Trotter in El Dorado. Tried, true. Trotter means we've been there, and we're going to come through with the promises that we make. You know, when you buy from us, you're just part of our family. We know your name when we see you, we speak to you. We plan to bring the Trotter touch so that people in El Dorado can have what they deserve, which is a high-quality customer experience at a car dealership. I'm Ford Trotter, and I'm proud to say, tried, true, Trotter.
KLBQ El Dorado.
We are getting close to another score. We're keeping our fingers crossed right now. It's 2nd down, goal to go, 2-yard line as the Cats are threatening.
This drive started back at the El Dorado 20. They've driven it 78 yards, 2 yards to a touchdown, and to take the lead with the extra point.
So as we come back out on the field. All right, backfield, here we go. Kawan Love. And I think Kawan was in there. He was in there as quarterback and took the snap, went right in as he pushed over. He may not be in for the score, but I think they're saying he is just shy. It looked like he was right at the goal line. I thought he had gone over.
You got to be kidding me.
The whole team went over.
That's the worst spot I have ever seen. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I thought the whole line
team,
went over.
the whole
There's no way.
went over.
There's no way.
Well, here we go. Third. Ball's on the ground.
We fumbled it. My goodness.
So, but I think the Cats come back with it. They did recover, but it's going to bring up a 4th down now.
You have got to be kidding me.
Got a bad spot, I'm afraid, on the play previous. This time, couldn't hold on to the ball. And with 4th and still about yard and a half, 2 to go. But they got to go for it. You know you got to go for it. Cats coming up to the line of scrimmage. High backfield. Pitch back. Love around the right side. Touchdown!
You betcha. What a play. What a
play. Beautifully. He cut it around the right end and dove in from about 3 yards out just as he was being hit.
That was great. It was a delayed sweep play. John Sixby turned around, acted like he was going to hand the football to the fullback on a dive play. Then he pitched it to Kawan Love on a sweep around the right side, a kind of a delayed sweep.
So we are all tied up again. Another brand new ball game kick coming up with a chance for the Cats to go ahead. Waiting for the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. It is blocked.
My goodness.
Talk about speed. How did he get there so quick?
Keyshawn Whaley, a linebacker, he's a junior, 6'1", 215, just came through the line untouched.
So, well, with 10:41 left in the ball game, it's all tied up. Zebras 27, Cats 27. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Real American Country 98.7.
Every Elder.
Special, fierce, fast, small, a great athlete. Sweet,
Quiet,
big, smart,
hungry, handsome,
cute, special. Raspberries,
steak and mashed potatoes, a whole pizza,
chicken spaghetti,
zebra cakes,
grilled cheese,
zebra cakes,
crawfish,
some more hamburgers.
Go Cats!
Go Cats!
Another Lionel touchdown. They just could not convert on the extra point. But what a beautiful run. As you said, it was Sixby who carried out a beautiful fake like he was going to hand off on a dive play to the fullback, but then just pitched out on the sweep around the right side. Kawan takes it in. Here's the kick. Boomer. Taken down to the 10-yard line. Beasley coming this way up to the 20, 25, breaks the tackle, fights his way across the 30, and comes down around the 35. Good return. Man, that guy's an athlete. I'm telling you, he's a good player. We got a Cat who's very slow to get up, and it looked like
Ontario Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, Ontario Jones.
Another one who's kind of trying to stretch that. Looks like he might have a hamstring, but he's okay. He's up and about.
Yeah, that's Red Connor. It looks like he may be catching a cramp. Connor had to come out of the game 2 weeks ago with dehydration problems. Hopefully he's okay here tonight. We can't afford to lose him.
No, we need Red in there as that strong safety. He's a very integral part of that defense. Here's the snap as we get back to action. The handoff once again. Going to the tailback, fighting his way all the way up to the 40. Once again, 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage. They've done it pretty well most of the night. They have been tough on that first play, and once again, you've got Pine Bluff coming in there with